10 straight as they take on the Phoenix Suns, who they conveniently get on a nice little back-to-back situation. And my, what a win it would be tonight if the Knicks can get one against Phoenix. 800-919-3776 over the next half hour. Prior to Yankees' first pitch, we'll get into why the problems are not necessarily fixed just yet. And we will also spend time on these Knickerbockers, and I would encourage you to be involved quickly. I'm on Twitter at Chris Carlin, on Instagram, that guy Carlin as well. And, of course, you can watch the video stream at ESPN New York's Facebook page and 98.7 ESPN's Twitter handle. I never would have dreamed that we'd be sitting right here, right now, with the Knicks tied for the fourth spot in the Eastern Conference with a 2-game lead out of the 6th spot and 11 games left to play. I said it last week that I felt like they needed to get to 40 wins to lock up that position in either the 4th or 5th spot to really give them a legitimate chance to make it into the second round of the NBA playoffs. And they keep raising the bar on us. They keep raising the bar. It's getting real, people. And as we said last week, you can, I don't want to say dream, I don't want to say expect too much, but you can certainly raise expectations because the Knicks have raised their own expectations. Their head coach has done that through a tremendous performance this season, and the MVP of the NBA has done that through a tremendous performance this season. I was on yesterday, and I am on board with this now. Julius Randle's the MVP of the NBA. If you have not heard me discuss why I believe in the term most valuable player in its truest form, briefly, here it is. I believe that the MVP should be the player who has been most valuable to his team's success in a particular season. You can obviously argue plenty of players, all of the betting parlors, if you will, led by FanDuel, believe that the Knicks are at best, or rather, Randle is at best, the 9th best option to win the MVP at plus 15,000. If you're unaware of what that means, it means that if you put down $1 on Julius Randle today to win the MVP, you could win $150 if he actually did. I believe that the short-sightedness of many of the voters who, frankly, look for just the best overall player or the best player on the best team will not allow this to happen. All you have to do is look at the facts. Julius Randle has had a staggeringly good season, one that none of us could have ever seen coming, and he will certainly win the Most Improved Player award. But that's not good enough. When I look at what the Knicks would be without Julius Randle, the answer is nothing. Nothing. They have limited talent as it is. We have talked about that ad nauseum and how much they're doing with defense and how much they are really getting the job done across the board in every way. Offensively, they have gotten better. They are no longer a bad team offensively. They're a meh team offensively. And you know what? That's a major step forward. You look at what they've done in terms of shooting the basketball from downtown. They're 5th in the league in three-point field goal percentage. You know why? Julius Randle's a big part of that. A huge part of that. They, over the last 12 games, have averaged well over their season average of 106. They've been up at 118 during that stretch. They are scoring more than enough to win. They are making smart plays on the offensive end, and they are setting themselves up with better opportunities. And that's what puts them here in a position to win a round in the playoffs. I can't believe we're here. This discussion with Randall is going to continue to heat up as long as this team plays well. If the Knicks finish as the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, after what has gone on for the last 20 years, and they have virtually the same roster from a season ago, but they see a player like Julius Randle make the seismic jump that he has to a level of a star, it would be an abomination if he didn't win the MVP. 800-919-3776. My friends, 98.7 ESPN presents Clubhouse Confidential on Thursday, May 6th. We're giving 98.7 listeners an inside look at the game with some of the best minds in baseball, featuring Alex Rodriguez, Matt Vasgersian, Buster Olney, and it's all hosted by Don LaGreca. An exclusive VIP Zoom party talking all things New York baseball, and we'll give away some great prizes. To score your VIP access right now, be the first caller at 888-987-ESPN, 888-987-ESPN. Again, first caller right now, 888-987-3776. Clubhouse Confidential, presented by PC Richard & Son and by 98.7 ESPN. We talk to you in moments.
It's Carlin.
I can't have ketchup if it's not Heinz ketchup.
On 98.7 ESPN.
Sugar House.
You're down. You have your read coming up.
Okay. How did I know you were talking to Spike for 15 minutes?
Just to get the go-ahead to withdraw your money. That's why
I was trying to hang up on him, but he wouldn't let me go.
Pay 80% of withdrawal requests are
You're on the live stream saying that.
You'll get your
Sorry. I love Spike.
get your
We do love Spike.
bet with
He's
a
chatting.
winner. Bet with Sugar House Sports
It's a good story.
House.com.
Let's see here.
Coming to you at 5.
Playable in New Jersey only. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yes, friends. Yes, football fans. The 2021 draft right around the corner. FanDuel Sportsbook hooking new users up with 20-1 odds on Trevor Lawrence to be drafted number 1. Are you kidding me? That's freaking loco. That means a $5 bet wins you $100 when you bet on that projected number 1 pick. I mean, you talk about the lock of the draft. I mean, that's lock upon lock upon lock. That's free money. Put an extra $100 in your pocket just for betting it. To claim this exclusive offer, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, sign up using promo code Carlin. You can also make a variety of different bets, from top picks at each position to who you think your team will pick and many more. I am monitoring the 49ers here over the next couple of days. I still will not let myself believe they're taking Mac Jones at 3. So maybe I'm jumping on Fields. Put on your GM hat, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, to lock in your picks today. Remember to sign up using promo code Carlin to claim your exclusive 20-1 odds on Trevor Lawrence to be drafted number 1. You got to be 21 and older, present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. New users only. You must wager on designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. Max bet $5. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're down.
Hey, New York, COVID-19 vaccines are available now in your neighborhood. Let's protect the people we love. And get
What's
back
up
to
with
the
my
things we miss
people
the most.
on the
vaccines
stream?
are safe, effective, and free. It's easy to make an appointment
Where are
at
the comments on the
ny.gov/get
stream?
vaccinated
Why can I not
by
see
calling
this right now?
833-NYS-4VAX. That's the number 4VAX, or checking in at your local pharmacy or health department. A message from the New York State Health Department. Let's vaccinate New York.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They just remodeled my bath, and they did an incredible job. I'm blown away. Bath Fitter is known for their one-piece seamless wall, but I needed to do something special, okay? I wanted something done for the safety of my parents who were getting older. I wanted to get a more shallow tub. I wanted to get a bar that they could grab onto for safety, and Bath Fitter was able to accommodate me, okay? The consultant came over. He took me through the process to pick the style and the color, all the specifics and accessories I needed to get my new bath, and they got me exactly what I needed. Not only is it beautiful, but I don't have to worry about my parents when they come to visit. The install was super easy, and Bath Fitter sends over one installer to your home. A Bath Fitter factory-trained employee, no
What is up, people
subcontractors,
on the
and
stream?
bath is done in as little
Good to
as
see you
10 minutes.
guys checking in tonight. Appreciate that.
36 years with over 2 million happy customers just like me. They stand by their work and they provide you with
Let's
a
see.
lifetime guarantee for as long as you own your home. So start designing your bath.
This
today
no-hitter
at
crap.
bathfitterdesign.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
It's not a no-hitter.
bathfitterdesign.com.
7-inning
Listen up, it's your
no-hitter.
boy, Peter Rosenberg, Security Dodge in Amityville.
I threw a couple of them
SRT headquarters. And now
in
Dodge
Little
Performance
League
Days are here. Take
ish.
advantage of their no money down,
No, we played
low
6 innings in
by
Little
getting
League.
out of
6-inning
units up to
no-hitter.
6 months early. Right now, Security Dodge has the largest inventory of new SRT.
See me jumping around and celebrating it.
Ready to roar. The new Ram TRX. That's right, the Ram TRX is in stock. 2021 Charger and Challenger Scat Packs, Hellcats, Trackhawks, Durango Hellcats. You want power? Come get some. If you're shopping, Security Dodge in Amityville is the place to go. Why go someplace else for a good deal when you can go to Security Dodge and get the best deal? Over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock and ready to go. There's no doubt why Security Dodge is Suffolk County's largest Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Security Dodge is also the largest certified pre-owned dealer in all of New York and has the largest inventory in the Northeast. Come get the best deal now. Security Dodge sells more because they
What do we got, guys?
For complete program details, shop 24/7 online at securitydodge.com. And don't forget to tell them Rosenberg sent you.
The spring is here at
Okay.
Open Road Mazda of East Brunswick and Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Celebrate spring with huge savings on over 500 Mazdas in stock. Lease the 2021 Mazda CX-30 for only $129 a month for 24 months. Plus, returning customers earn up to $750 in Mazda loyalty rewards. Open Road Mazda of East Brunswick on Route 18 and Open Road Mazda of Morristown on Ridgedale Ave. Click, shop, we deliver. Open Road.
Okay.
$4,928. Call 877-782-1386 for details.
The Michael K. Show celebrating its new 2 p.m. start time by giving away $10,000 here in the month of April. Last week to cash in, so be listening for the K Cash Sounder in the 2 p.m. hour. Be ready to call in to claim $500. It's all from your home for the hookup. 98.7 ESPN. As many as we can get in before Knicks pregame. Coming up, top of the hour, Knicks and the Phoenix Suns. Tonight, we will start with Jonathan in New Jersey. He is up first on 98.7 ESPN. Jonathan, what's up, big cat?
Hey, Chris. Love the show. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Just wanted to make a point, a little bit piggyback off what you were saying about making the argument for Randall for the MVP. I mean, your exact argument would the same, if not more, make the argument for Coach Thibodeau to be Coach of the Year.
I would agree with that.
Same team as last year. Everything the same. I would assume he had what to do with Randall being a better player. I mean, if he doesn't get it, I think that would be a little bit of an abomination.
I think right now that is close to a lock. I honestly believe that. And if it's not, it's just an ignorant an ignorant decision on the part of the voters. I can't argue with how great of a job Quinn Snyder has done, but we all know who the Coach of the Year is. And it's not close. It's not close anymore. All right, Jonathan, good talk. We'll see you out there. Here's Al in Queens. Big Al is up next, 98.7 ESPN. Al, what's up, baby?
How you doing?
Good.
I think that if they get the fourth seed, Randall should win the MVP. But if he falls short of the fourth seed, I don't think he should get it.
Why?
Because the fourth seed means you're going to get home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. And that's a big thing.
Well, this year it's not necessarily a big thing in particular. I mean, in a normal season it would be. And I know how well the Knicks have actually played at home this year. That's been incredibly impressive. But I would not say that it's the difference. I would not say fourth or fifth is the difference. Now, you want to argue if they're the sixth or the seventh or the eighth seed, yeah, then I would get that. But to me, if it's a fourth seed, he absolutely should be. And if it's a fifth seed, I definitely think he should be. All right. Good talk. Once again, follow-up comments, strong out the gate tonight. D in Brooklyn next, 98.7 ESPN. D, what's going on?
What's going on, Carlin? Good night. What's up? How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Hanging in there. That's the top of the Knicks making the championship, going to the NBA Finals, and actually taking it. I believe in my heart they could do it. And
let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay? See, here's the thing. I want to be positive. I don't want to get in your mug about this. I want to stay Mr. Positivity because I'm constantly knocked for being Mr. Negative, and you're dragging me down that road.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When did you notice that Golden State Warriors was a championship caliber team?
When did I notice? When they won their first championship. When they won their first championship, to tell you the truth.
Oh, so prior before that, you didn't think they could have done it, right?
It's not that I didn't think that they could have done it. I just didn't think that. I didn't consider it. I thought they could do it. I just didn't know that they were ready to do it. Meanwhile, I look at the Knicks right now, and I know that they're not ready to win a championship. I know that. They don't have nearly enough talent, D, for that to be the case.
Do you think these players are saying that to themselves?
Oh, no, absolutely not. And thanks for the call. No, I don't think they are. But let's be objective about it at the very least. Let's be objective that you can at least admit that they're not a championship caliber team. They're not as good as the top three teams in the East. And they wouldn't beat any of them in a postseason series at all. The only way they'd beat the Nets is if they only had one of their stars. If they had two, I think it'd be a good series, but I don't think that they could win that series. Absolutely not. How about Mike in Uniondale next, 98.7 ESPN. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Carlin?
I'm great. What do you got for me, bud?
I got a question with this load management with the NBA. Why doesn't the NBA set it up like when people obviously order online for their tickets, hotel stay, and everything? Teams know who the rosters are going to be within, I guess, hours before the game. Why don't they set it up to where, like, you can have your money refunded if certain players are not going to be available?
It's just never going to happen.
Spend up to $5,000 with hotel stay, paying for the tickets and travel just to see one player.
Yeah, I mean, that, I hate to put it this way. They're never going to refund that money.
Their bottom line is being met by you even buying tickets.
But first of all, how many people are spending $5,000 to travel to a city to see one player once? That's rare to begin with, and they're not thinking like that. They're never going to refund that money, and I hate to put it this way, but it is, unfortunately, in today's NBA, a risk that you run if you decide to do that.
Well, let me ask you this. A family of four plane tickets, 4 hotel guests.
No, I understand all that, but how many people do that?
And you're right. The percentage is probably low.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even low. It's non-existent. Thanks for the call. Mike sounds like a guy that bought 4 plane tickets to go watch LeBron play, and he wasn't playing, or not even LeBron, but, somebody else. He sounds like that guy, and I would be absolutely frustrated if that was something that I did. But I have to tell you, given the current state in the NBA, I would not do that because I would not trust it to not have the guy I want to see on the court. What I'm doing is I'm buying tickets to see that guy against my local team, and hopefully he plays. Hopefully. Greg in Piscataway is next on 98.7 ESPN. Greg, what's going on? How are you tonight?
Hey, Carlin, what's up, big man?
How you doing?
Hey, I've been called a delusional Knicks fan on many occasions. I'm not ready to say that the Knicks are ready to compete for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't see how you give the MVP to anybody else except for Julius Randle. Knicks were projected to win 23 games. Like, that's crazy. Do you see the numbers that he's doing? Like,
Yeah,
he has
listen,
changed the culture
I don't
teams that
disagree. He should be. There are other candidates. We at least have to acknowledge other candidates. I mean, Golden State in a much tougher Western Conference is back in it because Steph has gone absolutely insane. He will be in that discussion. Jokic will be in that discussion. Joel Embiid will be in that discussion at the very top. And I have a feeling that Randall's going to come up well short, but it doesn't make it any more wrong that that would happen. Because when I look at what the Knicks are, they have been an outstanding story in the league this year because of Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle.
Yeah, but MVP is most valuable player. Steph Curry,
Agreed.
he has a winning culture. He has a winning team. He has Draymond
But
Green.
but who are the Warriors? The Warriors are a few games over 500. The Warriors are nowhere without Steph Curry this year, and you know that, Greg. Thanks for the call. They're nowhere. They're absolutely nowhere without Steph Curry. They're not even sniffing the playoffs. Steph Curry has done that with everybody paying attention to him and went on the ridiculous stretch that he went on recently, even though he is the only offensive weapon that they truly had to work with. I mean, that's absurd that that's the case, but it's true. It's absolutely true. Zebek in Piscataway. A lot of action in Piscataway tonight. Zebek, what's cooking? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, Chris? Thanks for having me. I listen to you all the time on Rutgers radio. You do a great job. I wanted to chime in on this talk about the New York Knicks. Now, I'm not a Knicks fan, but you got to give respect where respect is due.
Yes, you do.
And I really feel your conversation with Randall being the MVP is right on point. Although he could probably win and most likely will win the most improved player, but what's to say that you can't win two awards during the same season?
No, listen, Zebek, I totally agree with that thought. I totally agree with that thought, and thanks for the call. I would have no problem with that being the case. I don't think it's going to happen, but it should. It absolutely should. And it's disappointing that how do I put it? It's disappointing that the voters are not going to look at it that way, are not going to truly define what it means to be an MVP, because they never do. That when they do it on occasion, it deserves the credit that they get. But the problem is it should be like that every year, and it's not. I mean, truly, if that was the case, LeBron should have about 5 more, if we're being honest about it. That's true. Here's a good one on Twitter. If Randall isn't the MVP, this is from Cash, by the way, the NBA will need to admit that R.J. Barrett is a legit second threat or that Tibbs is the best coach in the league. They can't disrespect all three. Well, I don't know how they're disrespecting R.J. Barrett. It's not like they're going to come out and say R.J. Barrett is a legitimate second threat, and that's some kind of award. Thibodeau is going to win Coach of the Year. I'd be stunned at this point if he didn't. And it would be a travesty at this point if he didn't. He's going to win Coach of the Year. And as for earlier, me getting on Michael, Don, and Peter about the no-hitter thing, Daniel Schreiber makes an excellent point. Sorry, half hour of your show doesn't count as a real show. Fair. Totally fair. Spike in St. Pete. Spike, what's going on? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Couple of quick things. No one's mentioned this. Leon Rose, Executive of the Year. I think that's hands down. But I don't care about awards. Tonight's a big, big move. And Dean Chance once pitched 5 perfect innings and the game got rained out in the 60s. I don't know if they gave him credit for a perfect game. So I don't care about all that stuff. It's just sports talk conversation. Big game tonight. Tired legs from Phoenix. All their key players put in big minutes. Brooklyn looks invincible. Kevin Durant is the smoothest, easiest scoring player I've ever seen in my life. He is unbelievable, and enjoy the game.
Yeah, listen, Durant is staggeringly good. Oh my God. You just show up last night and you do what he did. I mean, you forget sometimes when he doesn't play a whole lot just how good he is. That's why I do believe that they can compete for a championship with two of them. I would have thought that they could have won a championship if they still had Jared Allen and Karis LeVert and had not made the trade. Of course, they can win one with Harden too. They're just not nearly as good of a defensive team with Harden. Marco in California is next. 98.7 ESPN. Marco!
Hey, big fella, how you doing?
I'm good, Marco. What's up?
Hey, I want to talk about Madison Bumgarner and why they should allow his no-hitter from yesterday.
Okay.
Basically, the example I have is last year we had a 60-game season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why should we count the MVPs, the Cy Youngs, all that as legitimate awards if it was a full 162?
Because everybody was in the same boat there last year, and do I love the fact that DJ LeMahieu won a batting title last year in 60 games? I don't want to weigh that the same as everybody else who's won that award. Same thing with the MVP. You make a fair point on that, but across the league, it is a completely level playing ground. Thanks for the call. But let's just say yesterday you had another guy who had a 9-inning game and came up 2 outs short. And he went 8 1/3. What would you say to that guy? But he got it. If you had only been playing in a doubleheader, you would have had a no-hitter. The 2021 NFL Draft is Thursday, 98.7, celebrating the return of football with the Draft Challenge. Correctly predict the results of the first 11 picks. You can win the jersey of your favorite team's first pick. To enter, text DRAFT to 44202, followed by your picks listed 1 through 11. We'll assign a point for every correct pick and 2 points for a correct Jets pick. If you think there's going to be a trade, just use the word trade for that pick. Again, text DRAFT to 44202, followed by your picks 1 through 11. It's all from your home for the NFL Draft, 98.7 ESPN. I will be back tomorrow with my good friend Bart filling in for Alan, who will be filling in for Key J and Z. Hey, Matt Harvey pitching for the Orioles tonight against the Yankees. We didn't get to much Yankees. Pat O'Keefe is up next with Knicks pregame. Knicks and the Suns, baby. 10 in a row. Carlin out. Stay handsome.